Kimberly Guilfoyle's head-turning fashion choices have been called everything from witchy to vampire gear. Here are some of the most talked-about outfits the former Fox News anchor has worn. In December 2023, Kimberly Guilfoyle visited the Admiral Cove Street Fair Carnival with her boyfriend Donald Trump Jr. However, the former Fox News anchor wore a sequined Balmain mini dress to the casual event, so she looked somewhat out of place. She later shared her outfit details on Instagram, revealing that her platform sandals with towering heels were Louboutins. That said, she looked more club-ready than eager to ride the Ferris wheel with her sweetie. Guilfoyle also shared the photos on Facebook, where some amateur fashion critics voiced their opinions of her impractical apparel. One person wrote, "Her hair gets longer and her skirts get shorter." It should be noted that short skirts were essential in Guilfoyle's Fox News wardrobe repertoire. According to the Washington Post, it was no accident that she was always sitting where viewers could get a clear view of her legs on the 5. According to the outlet, two sources recalled former Fox News CEO Roger Ailes looking at an image of Guilfoyle's legs and saying, "There's Kimberly doing her job." When attending events where cameras are sure to be flashing away, it's usually a good idea to avoid thin fabrics that are stretched over the body. Actor Kristen Bell told People that she even has her stylist take snapshots of her outfits before she hits the red carpet to ensure that they don't become see-through when photographed. Guilfoyle could have benefited from this advice when she attended Zane Toy's Fall 2019 show during New York Fashion Week. For the event, she wore a tight black dress with fabric butterflies on the sleeves. The insects would have been the focal point of the garment if it wasn't so sheer. Guilfoyle experienced a similar problem when she attended the New York Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children Food and Wine Gala in 2016. She was wearing a blue jersey dress that revealed a bit too much when photographed, making it entirely inappropriate for the event in question. Entertainment icon Bette Midler has also poked fun at Guilfoyle for favoring tight dresses. She tweeted in 2020, "Kimberly Guilfoyle was the highlight of the RNC. I loved her red dress. I wonder if it comes in her size."
The best is yet to come!
Guilfoyle stood out in family photos from Tiffany Trump and Michael Boulos's November 2022 wedding. Guilfoyle's fundraising kept her future father-in-law's re-election campaign in the black, making her a big asset for the Trump family. However, her black dress with dramatic puff sleeves and a high-low skirt was not a big hit on X. One person wrote, "Give poor Kim a break. She was running late and didn't have time to change out of her usual vampire gear." Fashion consultant Amanda Sanders also had a lot to say about Guilfoyle's dress, telling the New York Post, "It looks witchy, like a costume."
It breaks my heart.
InStyle consulted 3 experts about whether it's appropriate to wear black to a wedding, and their consensus was that it's usually acceptable. However, some cultures might find the color offensive because it represents mourning. There are also some unwritten rules. Stylist Gillian McCaddy told the outlet, "If you're attending a beach wedding, then I recommend going for brighter colors." In honor of women's suffrage, Democratic lawmakers wore white for Donald Trump's 2019 State of the Union address. Curiously, so did Kimberly Guilfoyle and Tiffany Trump. Guilfoyle's body-hugging dress, which featured knotted detailing on the neckline and at the waist, was designed by Tom Ford. Guilfoyle didn't leave people wondering for long whether she had discovered some common ground with Democrats. She took to X to reveal that her dress choice was more about trolling her enemies than celebrating women gaining the hard-won right to vote. She wrote, "Memo to Democrats, you don't own the votes of all women, and you don't own wearing the color white." She then reaffirmed her allegiance to Donald Trump.
People call me Mini Trump.
But maybe using a Tom Ford design to stake her claim on the color wasn't the best decision. In a 2017 appearance on The View, Ford said he was a Hillary Clinton supporter. In 2023, Donald Trump Jr. posted a photo carousel on Instagram chronicling a fishing trip with Guilfoyle, her son Ronan, and Trump's son Spencer. The guys were clad in shorts and long-sleeve shirts, but Guilfoyle had on a black maxi dress with a plunging neckline. One of Trump's followers wrote, "Why is she in a funeral dress? LOL." This isn't the only time Guilfoyle was criticized for choosing questionable clothing for an outdoor trip with her fiancé. In 2022, she joined Trump for Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry's 12th annual gator hunt. After either Trump or Guilfoyle shot and killed a small alligator, they posed with their bloody trophy. In a photo that Trump posted on Instagram, Guilfoyle had a gun in her hand and high-heeled boots with blood-red Christian Louboutin soles on her feet. However, ruining a pair of boots with a little mud and blood probably wouldn't faze Guilfoyle. After all, when speaking about her shoe collection, she once told Us Weekly, "There have been estimates of about 500 pairs. Is that more than Imelda Marcos? I think it is." In a 2023 interview with Impact Wealth, Guilfoyle touted the prosecution work she did in San Francisco, saying, "I was stalwart in my commitment to carry out justice for those with no voice. One of my greatest moments was when I fought and helped make animal abuse a felony." The publication also mentioned that Guilfoyle was working on a children's book about an animal rescue. She also said that she fundraises for the Furry Friends charity in Jupiter, Florida. However, in 2019, the Daily Mail published photos of Guilfoyle wearing a $1,300 Nicole Benesty coat. The garment was lined with genuine fox and rabbit fur, and she was wearing the hood pulled up to show off its thick fur trim. One person reacted to her coat on X, writing, "What the f did the bunny and fox do so wrong to be killed and made into an ornament, aka accessory to a coat?